Hello and welcome to today's webinar. My name is Dominik Wenzel and I'm a project manager and working in sales at PS Automation. And I'm delighted that you are here today. Thank you for taking the time. Today we'll be talking about a real milestone for PS Automation, our brand new PS-AMS PSQ-S-EX 22X electric actuator. And I can promise you right now, it really packs a punch. To give you a taste of what you can look forward to, our new actuator is packed with highlights. From high precision position detection to a brushless motor for maximum efficiency, noticeable more power, wireless Wi-Fi communication, and a smart fail-safe system. Today, we will take a look at what these features mean in detail, where the actuator can be used, and why it's the perfect solution for modern industrial applications. And of course, there will be time for your questions at the end. Feel free to write them into the chat window during the webinar. I will answer them all at the end. But let's get right to it. The PSQ-S-EX is made entirely of die-cast aluminum. No thin sheets, no half measures. Solid technology is built in everywhere. This makes it robust, durable, and at the same time, surprisingly light. This design pays off especially in harsh industrial environments, where it can get dusty, damp, or hot. Our actuator not only withstands mechanical stress, but also delivers reliable performance over the long term. A clever detail, the position indicator. It's completely contactless. There is no moving part that had to pass through the housing wall. This means no potential leaks. No surfaces for dust, moisture, or aggressive media to attack. This is a huge safety advantage, especially in potentially explosive areas. This brings me straight to my next point, safety. All mechanical and electrical components are safely encapsulated in an XD enclosure. In plain language, this means that if a fault occurs inside, for example, an ignition spark or a hot spot, everything stays inside. Nothing that could cause an explosion can escape to the outside. And that is exactly what the XD design stands for. A maximum safety, even in highly critical zones. Let's take a look inside the brain. The PSQ-S-EX would not be a modern actuator from PS Automation if it did not have a real high-tech brain inside. And that is our new AMS2 circuit board. We have developed it entirely in-house. This is where all control and communication tasks come together. Compared to its predecessor, the AMS1, the AMS2 is significantly more powerful, faster, and more energy efficient. This allows us to map complex control systems directly in the actuator, without external controllers. This saves space and costs and makes commissioning much easier. Let's start with the first key fact, position detection. In our PSQ-S-EX, this is done by a Hall sensor. It detects the position of the output shaft extremely precisely, with a resolution of up to 0.2 degrees. In concrete terms, that means that the actuator knows exactly what angle it is at all times. This is a huge advantage, especially in applications where every millimeter or degree counts. For example, in precise positioning tasks, control valves, or automated processes. Our actuator delivers a repeat accuracy of 0.1% over the entire travel range and a positioning accuracy of 0.08% between individual positions. And best of all, thanks to the contactless wear-free Hall sensor, the service life is also excellent, perfect for many cycles, even in demanding environments. This ensures that every positioning process is precise and repeatable, no matter how often the actuator is moved. Another giant step forward, performance. Our new PSQ-S-EX now delivers up to 350 watts. By comparison, the previous AMS1 generation had a maximum output of 120 watts. This means more power for a wider torque range, a wider range of applications, greater flexibility of your system design. This extra power opens a completely new possibilities, for example, in large pipelines or processes with high operating pressures. At the same time, the actuator remains energy efficient, which is not only good for environment, but also for your operation costs. Let's start with the heart of our new actuator, the brushless DC motor, or BLDC motor for short, with field-oriented control. That sounds technical, but it simply means precision, smooth running, and maximum efficiency. Compared to conventional motors, BLDC motors are not only operate with less wear, but also significantly quieter and with less vibration. Thanks to the FOC technology, we achieve precise control of torque and speed. Even under high loads, the motor runs stably and quietly. We have also significantly improved the control behavior in the end positions compared to the AMS1. While the latter was switched off exclusively with the current, the new motor control now ensures that the end position is approached efficiently and kept stable. This is a real game changer, especially in sensitive processes, for example, in the chemical or oil and gas industries. There it's often a matter of millimeters or seconds. Any deviation can disrupt processes. Our actuator ensures that everything runs exactly as you need it to. Let's move on to the fourth highlight, Wi-Fi communication. The PSQ-S-EX comes with a Wi-Fi interface as standard. What does this mean in practice? Live diagnostics. You can access all operating data in real time from your laptop, tablet, or smartphone. A local control. Manual movement of the actuator is also possible directly with Wi-Fi. This is practical for testing, commissioning, or maintenance work. The parameterization. All parameters such as torque limits, operating time, or behavior in the event of a fault can be changed wirelessly without any additional software. Everything runs conveniently and a web browser on the actuator. This saves an enormous amount of time, especially in potential explosive areas. Instead of opening heavy housing covers or laying long cables, you can simply access the actuator wirelessly, safely, quickly, and with complete flexibility. And of course, we rely on a multi-level security concept. With password protection, each user is only given the rights that really need. And as a final key fact, I would like to introduce you to a few features that make a real difference in every life, especially in critical situations. First and foremost, our fail-safe system, PSCP. Imagine the power goes out and exactly when the actuator needs to move a safety position. Thanks to supercapacitors, this happens fully automatically without any battery and without maintenance. These capacitors are extremely durable, charge quickly, and lose hardly any power, ideal for continuous use. All this cleverly installed under the cover. There are also other practical extras. Additional limit switches for individual feedback for end positions. 5 freely configurable signal relays for control over the system status. Integrated heating resistors that protects the electronics from condensation, perfect for cold and humid environments. A local control directly on the device, perfect for commissioning, monitoring, or emergencies. Fully certified, of course. And a real highlight for automation professionals, an integrated process controller. This means that the actuator can not only control open and close, but also function as an independent control loop. This eliminates the need for external control, technology, and significantly reduces the amount of wiring. As you can see, we have thought of everything from a safe position in an emergency to intelligent control in everyday use. Of course, the topic of explosion protection cannot be ignored. Our PSQ-S-EX meets a whole range of X certifications, For example, the XDB, pressure-resistant enclosure. The actuator is designed to withstand an internal explosion without the explosion escaping into the explosive atmosphere. EB, for increased safety. Additional design measures prevent sparks or dangerously high temperatures. The equipment group 2C, for example, for gas, there's the highest subgroup for hydrogen, acetylene, and particularly flammable gases. You have two different temperature classes, T4 and T6, for the optimal application. The actuator is therefore perfectly suited for gas and dust explosion hazardous areas in Zone 1 and 2 and Zone 21 and 22. And thanks to the IECX certification, it can be used internationally, a big plus, especially for global active customers. But let's have a quick look at the hard numbers. The torque range, 60 to 200 Newton meters. Actuation time from 6 to 20 seconds per 90 degrees. An IP68 protection glass, completely dust-proof and protected against immersions. Power supply from 24 volts AC/DC up to 575 volts, extremely flexible for all main voltages. The output, 22 millimeters double square shaft as standard, according to ISO 5211, F07 and F010, maximum compatibility. And finally, a little preview for those who like to think big. We are currently working on a new size with up to 1,500 Newton meters torque. This brings explosion-proof applications that are currently beyond our X actuator range within reach. We are also currently developing a linear unit that scores with extremely fast positioning times, up to 30 millimeters per second. This opens a completely new possibilities, especially where fast movements are required. This brings us to the end of our presentation. I hope you found it interesting and that you now have a clearer picture of the added value that the PSQ-S-EX offers to you and your customers. Now, I would like to hand over to you. Do you have any questions? What would you like to know more about? So one question is, what control options are available? Of course, standard set value is 4 to 20 milliamps, 0 to 10 volts, and a binary input from 24 volts up to 230 volts. One question is also if there is CSA certification planned. Yes, this is planned and should be completed by the end of 2025. The next question is the IP ratings are available. Correct? Yes, the actuator will have an IP68 rating. It's according to NEMA 6. Next question, supported network protocols. The actuator will have our standard protocols available in the past. So Profibus, CAN-Open, Profinet, and Profibus. Is it available without a local control? Yes, of course. Your local control is just an option. The next question, is the actuator available? Yes, the actuator is available now with a current delivery time of 8 to 12 weeks. In the future, we aim to achieve our standard delivery time of 3 weeks for this actuator. There's also one question about the marine certification. At this point, this is not planned, but if you have a project for marine certification, let us know the correct certification and then we will take care of it. The next question is, what is the stroke time? It is adjustable. Yes, the stroke time is adjustable from 6 to 20 seconds. There's another question regarding spring return. This actuator will not have any spring return. we are working just with the supercapacitors. So, if there are no further questions, we would like to thank you very much for your participation on behalf of PS Automation and the entire development team. We hope that you have gained valuable information about our PSQ-S-EX actuator today and are now in a better position to assess where and how it can be used in potentially explosive areas. Thank you for your interest and trust in our products. We wish you all the best and every success with your projects, and look forward to seeing you again at the next webinar. Cheers. Take care.